Oh, geez, I better turn that around, right? There we go. So, today I'm going to press some lead here live. I'm going to do a live press. Right now what I'm doing is loading my pre-press. So I got a little over 3.5 grams in here. Now you can go out and buy one of these. They're about $40. But it doesn't matter how you get it. Some people put them in vices and put about, just squish them down a little bit farther than what you can do with your hand. I just kind of push it down until I can't push no more. And then I end up with this little puck. I should have cut it just a little bit shorter, the tube, but I didn't. I can always take that back to work when I go back and do it. So I squished 3.5 grams into a little puck like that. Now, usually I don't really take it out of this cylinder until I'm all set up. Now, I am using a KP1 rosin press 4-ton. Due to shipping controls beyond my control, I don't have any rosin bags. So we're going to squish without a rosin bag. It's 3.5. I got these set. My plates are set at 109 degrees. The press is a 4-ton. It's a KP1 rosin press. 4.5 inch by 4 3/4 inch. So almost a 5-inch plate. Really good size plate. So we're going to take 3 grams, 3.5, a little over 3.5 grams of fresh bud that I just cut down last week. And jack up some power. Just trying to keep it right to the center as I apply the pressure. Okay, so right now I just got it under a little bit of pressure, not even much pressure. I'm just heating it up a little bit to get the rosin a little bit warmed up. Usually I use my phone as the timer, but since I don't, my phone's there, I'm going to grab my VivoSun digital timer and I use this. So it's been sitting there for a bit, 40, so at 43 we'll start squishing this up, bring it up just a little bit. Okay, so now that that's been sitting there for a few minutes heating up, or a few seconds heating up, I'm going to bring the pressure down on this thing. Like I said, it's a 4-ton hydraulic press. I don't know if you can see it from over there, but let me bring this up a little closer. Let me unplug you. There we go. You can start to see the rosin starting to bubble out right there. See? So, put you back over here in the dish for a minute because I need both my hands. Oh, let me give you a little wave there. Gotta plug you back in because my phone is dying. While we're waiting for the Come over. I usually press for about 2 minutes. It takes about 2 minutes to press, and from start to finish. So right now I'm in for 1 minute, and usually it's starting to run out here. You can see. So we'll just give that a little bit more time. That's the key, waiting for time. You're not going to burn it. You know, my plate isn't hot enough. I'm only running 195. And it goes up to like 245 or something like that. I find that depending on strains, like the CBD strain, I gotta press a little higher just to keep it stable. If you press low, it'll turn into a butter and start to run. Some strains like to be pressed at 190. I don't usually go any lower than 190. 195 seems to be what the magic spot for pressing for me, anyways. Where are we? So we're just coming up. Just about 2 minutes, but it's still bubbling. So as long as it's bubbling and running out, I'm gonna let that keep bubbling and bubbling. And you can take your patties, repress them, or you can take them, save a bunch of them. I'll show you that in a sec, because I got this is starting to run really good. I'm just gonna let that continue on. As long as it's bubbling and running, I'm not going to stop. I have saved my chips. Now, I can make edibles with it. You can put chocolate on it and use it as edibles. There's all kinds. You can make butters. Other things you can make with that. And this is still bubbling quite a bit. So I'm just going to let this keep going. I'm not going to stop. Just make sure you keep pressure on it. Because as that squishes it, and the trichomes come off, it does squish down a little bit. So you just want to make sure you keep the pressure on it. And you don't have to get up there and stand on it like you're fucking Jack Almighty. You see me, I'm sitting in the chair, I haven't got up. Right? It's a 4-ton press. It's going to do its thing. It's still bubbling, so, but still running, so I'm not going to stop. As long as it's running, I'm not going to stop. Once it stops bubbling and running, I'll stop. I'll let it go. But as long as it's still bubbling out, that means it's still squishing. Oh yeah, she's starting to slow down here. Here. So I'm going to call it on that push right there. Here's what we got. So I'm going to lift my patty out of there. Here's the patty. Remember? Started with that little thing. Anyway, squish that out. I do have another patty up here. Right here. Actually, that's 2 patties. So I'm just going to put that there. I might push this later. I don't know. Might fold that up and push it later. I got the press on. If I repress, I try to get about 4 or 5 in there before I do a repress on them. Just a lot easier. So now, I'm just going to grab my dab tool. I got a metal aluminum plate here that I use as a cooling plate for making. It just cools it down, makes it easier to extract here in a minute. I'm just looking for something and I don't see it. Just because I just dropped it. Okay, I just want to get some of the rosin from the last press off of here. And I can always dab that if I want it. So, okay. Here we go. Oh, now the patty's off there. Let me bring that in there and show you the rosin that's on there. So we're going to extract that now. We're going to pull that up. I'm not interested. Go away. interested. Go away. I'm not interested. So anyways, guys, there's off that press. Cleaned that off. So this paper isn't too damaged. Looks like I could reuse that again. So I'm just seem to be popular this morning. People want to talk to me or something. So, sorry about the crookedness, but my phone is on charge and it's in a fucking weed jar, holding it up straight. So it's holding it crooked. So whatever's whatever, right? So. There's what we're looking at right there. Well, I'm going to mix it up a little bit. Put that together. So, I got some fresh press here. Does anybody think I should do a dab? And the truth, I had 3.5 grams in there. Throw this on the scale. Came back with a 0.8, so 3.5. 2 would be fucking 20%. So that probably pushed out at fucking 22%, 23% back return on that one. Not a bad return. So now we're gonna find out Jesus, I seem to be pretty popular this morning. My phone's going off like fucking crazy. And no, that's just my phone ring. It's because I work in the garage. It's the only way I can hear it over some of the tools. So, cheers! Good stuff. Grow your own. This is the White Voodoo. Grow your own. And stay safe from the coronavirus out there, and stay medicated. Have a good day, all.